To access the system, you've got two options. You can use your mobile phone, tablet, etc. To see the mobile version, which is a cut down version. You won't be able to use all the facilities, but you can see basic store information. The recommended way is to use a laptop or a desktop and use the Chrome web browser for a maximum compatibility. So any web browser, you can go to onevisionhive.com. You'll be presented with this image. Click on it, and then you need to put three things in. Top one is your company code, and then you've got your username and your password. The company we're using here is Generic Opticians, code GEN. You won't necessarily have to type all that in every time. If it's on your phone, get your browser to save these details in. If you're on a laptop, we can set the IP address within the practice so that it auto-populates this, so you won't have to type it each time. So company code, username, password, login. And then you'll see the basic bones of the system. A brief tour here. You'll have at the top here the name of your opticians. If you're a group, you'll see all of your opticians at the bottom here, and you can click between them. But by pressing this, it's effectively a home button. So if we click that, it will show us the patient diary for the day. I'm going to show you in a different tutorial how to set up patient databases, etc. Quickly on this one though, we'll show you how to register a patient. Nice and easy. Just click the plus at the top. I'm going to register myself here, nice and easy. I'll put these details in here. Try and get mobile numbers off the patients. The system kind of works on mobiles, so whether it's sending them a text to say that their appointment is confirmed, a reminder the night before, glasses are ready, the system uses mobile phone numbers, so you want to take those. You've got a postcode to look at. It's not always incredibly accurate, especially for new builds. But I'd say 95% of the time it's going to get you near. Register the patient, there we go. We've then got that patient registered. It will take us also straight to the patient's file that we've just registered. Within that, we've then got various things. This thing called Recotron, that's what we use to create customer sight tests and contact lenses, etc. The contact details are all in here. If you want to change anything, click it and then press enter. So you can amend that to a 0, for example, press enter. If you just click out of it, it won't save it. Whereas if you press enter, it'll save what you've just done, if that makes sense. And details, more kind of specific stuff, whether they're on benefits, health stuff, marketing options, whether they want to be contacted, and whether they become inactive or deceased. You also can integrate your data protection statement here. So if you've got a touch screen, click this. We can put your data protection message here, and then they can sign with the finger. They can use a touch screen or a tablet or a phone for anything like that. The comms module will list any recall letters in and out, and also if you've got SMS set up, it will give your a log of all your inputs and outputs, and just to speed things up, if you want to add the name at the beginning, you can do that, and then you can put the company, and then you can start typing glasses ready, etc. Hit send, and that'll go to them, and it'll also pop it in the list. Anything, if you've got it set up so that patients can reply by text, they'll also come in here as well. Notes, these are notes that you can globally put in for the customer. For example, if the customer's been in before the sight test and found a frame, you can put the frame details in there. If they're coming with their mother, you can write that. If they need a translator, you could write that in there, etc., etc. Under prescriptions, there's none here, obviously. We can add a new one, but if this patient had been tested, all their old prescriptions would be under here. Dispensing, again, You can use this to dispense any type of glasses. You've got a product table which you can put your frames, your lenses, etc. into. Once you've done that, you can use this for dispensing. Similarly, the till module, you can add all your products into the product database, and then it's a simple case of clicking site tests, accessories, glasses, frames, etc. Photos, if you've got a fundus camera or anterior camera and you're going to upload those images, they'll appear here. Similarly, records would appear under the records tab. You can classify those once you scan them in as a field, a referral letter, etc. Save those in there. Any appointments you make for the patient will appear under the appointments tab here. And similarly, pre-screen, we use that to add data on the day, so you can put in here the pressures, for example. Add that there. We can also, if we needed to, add a note on pre-screen for the optician. We can also put prescriptions in using this prescription dialog, if that makes sense.